I've bled for survival. I've bled for freedom. But I never expected to bleed for love. They say an Omega should know her place. But I built mine in the wilderness with my mute son, far from the cruelty of pack law. Then a wounded wolf collapsed at my doorstep during a storm, and everything changed. The silver in his eyes should have warned me. No ordinary wolf bleeds like an alpha king. Now I'm trapped in his fortress while rogues hunt us both, and the terrifying part isn't that he would die to protect us, it's that I might let him. Subscribe right now and drop a comment if you've ever found yourself falling for the very thing you feared most, because this story of forbidden bonds will leave your heart racing faster than prey in a predator's jaws. The axe strikes wood with a satisfying crack. I swing again, muscles burning with each blow. Winter comes early to these mountains, and Eli needs warmth. My son sleeps inside our small cabin, unaware of the world's dangers. He doesn't know why we hide here. He doesn't remember the night his father cast us out. 7 years have passed since then, but some wounds never heal. Thunder rumbles in the distance. I gather the split logs and hurry toward our home. Dark clouds roll across the sky, bringing night too soon. The forest grows quiet around me. Too quiet. Animals sense danger before humans do. Eli waits at the window, his small face pressed against the glass. He never speaks. Not since that night. His silence is my greatest failure. "Storm's coming," I say, dropping the wood beside the hearth. "We should check the traps before it hits." He nods, already pulling on his boots. His movements are quick, efficient. At 7, he knows survival better than trust. We secure the cabin as wind whips through the trees. Eli points to the sky, where lightning splits the darkness. His eyes widen with fear. He hates storms. He hates the howling. Nothing will hurt us, I promise, though my hand shakes against his shoulder. The wolves stay far from here. But even as I speak, a howl cuts through the thunder, closer than any before. Eli grabs my shirt, panic in his eyes. "Inside," I whisper. "Now." Rain pours as we bolt the door. I light candles while Eli hides beneath his blanket. The howling grows louder, more desperate, then stops. A thud shakes our door. Eli's breath catches. Mine does too. "Stay back," I warn, grabbing my knife. The blade feels small against whatever waits outside. I approach slowly. Another thud, weaker this time. Not an attack, a collapse. I peer through the window. A massive black wolf lies crumpled on our doorstep. Blood darkens its fur, steam rising from the wound. Its size terrifies me. No normal wolf grows so large. I should let it die. I should protect my son. But something in me breaks when its eyes open. Silver, knowing, human. They lock onto mine through the glass. Pain. Recognition. Pleading. The wolf's head drops, consciousness fading. "Mama." Eli's fingers tug at my shirt. His face asks the question his voice cannot. I feel sick with fear, with doubt, with the memory of another time I showed mercy and paid dearly. "Get the bandages," I hear myself say. "And the herbs from Elder Corin." My hands tremble as I open the door. Rain soaks me instantly. The wolf doesn't move as I approach. Its breath comes shallow, labored. I kneel beside the beast, my knife ready. "If you attack my son, I'll kill you." The wolf's silver eyes flicker. Understanding. The impossible weight of those eyes freezes me. No animal should look so human. I drag him inside, muscles screaming with the effort. Blood trails across our floor. Eli watches from the shadows, bandages clutched to his chest. "I'm either saving us or killing us," I whisper. All night, I clean the wound, a deep gash across the shoulder. The wolf never stirs, even as I stitch the torn flesh. Eli falls asleep against my side, his hand resting on the beast's dark fur. I fight to stay awake, knife ready. The storm rages outside. Inside, a different kind of storm builds. Dawn breaks. I wake with a jolt. The wolf is gone. Blood stains the floor where he lay. But the beast has vanished. In his place, human footprints lead to the door. Eli tugs my sleeve, pointing, his eyes wide with wonder, not fear. I touch the footprints, still damp. What have I done? 3 days pass. The incident becomes a strange dream, a story I tell myself must be false. Until the knock comes. A man stands at my door. Tall, broad-shouldered, wrapped in a dark cloak. His eyes lock onto mine. Silver, knowing. His shoulder bears a fresh scar exactly where the wolf was wounded. "My name is Ronan Vale," he says, voice deep and quiet. "I believe I owe you my life." My throat closes. His presence fills the doorway, blocking the light. I step back, pushing Eli behind me. "You shouldn't be here," I say. My knife waits on the table, too far to reach. Ronan doesn't move. Rain drips from his cloak onto my threshold. "I wanted to thank you for your mercy." His words carry weight. Each syllable careful, measured. His eyes never leave mine. The silver gleam remains, unnatural against his tanned skin. "I didn't help you," I lie. "I don't know what you're talking about." His mouth curves slightly, not a smile, a recognition. The wound on my shoulder suggests otherwise. Eli peeks around my legs. Ronan's gaze shifts, softens. He kneels, bringing himself to my son's height. "Hello," he says simply. Eli stares, unblinking. I've never seen him so focused on a stranger. "He doesn't speak," I say sharply. "And you need to leave." Ronan stands, his movement fluid despite the injury. There are rogues in these woods. The storm drove them south. Rogues? Wolves without packs, dangerous, desperate. His jaw tightens. They attacked me 3 nights ago. Understanding dawns cold and unwelcome. "That's how you were injured." He nods. "They'll come for your cabin next. Food is scarce this season." Fear spreads through my chest. I've faced wolves before, but never packs. Never rogues. "We'll manage," I say. Pride keeps my voice steady. "We always have." Something shifts in his expression, respect perhaps, or pity. Both burn. "At least accept this." He extends a package wrapped in oilcloth. "Payment for your help." I don't move to take it. I don't want payment. "Then consider it protection." The word hangs between us. Protection. The thing I've fought to provide alone for 7 years. Before I can refuse again, Eli steps forward. He takes the package, curious fingers unwrapping it. Inside lies a silver dagger, its handle carved with wolves. His eyes widen. "It won't stop them," Ronan says, watching my son. "But it will slow them down." Anger flares. "Stop trying to frighten us." "I'm trying to save you." His voice drops. "Both of you." The intensity in his eyes unsettles me. No stranger should care this much about our safety. "Thank you for the gift," I say coldly. "Now please leave." He hesitates, glancing around our small cabin, taking in the cracks in our walls, the thin blankets, the dwindling firewood. "I'll return tomorrow," he says finally, "to check your perimeter." "Don't bother." I step toward the door. "We don't need your protection." Ronan's eyes find mine again. "Everyone needs protection, Lena." My breath catches. I never told him my name. "How do you—" "The boy's drawing." He nods toward Eli's small desk, where a paper shows our crude family portrait. My name written in childish letters. Relief mixes with lingering suspicion. "Goodbye, Mr. Vale." His expression darkens. "Bar your door tonight." Then he's gone, melting into the trees with unnatural speed. I bolt the door behind him, hands shaking. That night, the howling returns. Closer. Hungrier. Eli climbs into my bed, trembling. I hold him tight, the silver dagger under my pillow. Wind rattles our windows. Something scratches at our walls. "Nothing will hurt you," I whisper into his hair. I promise, but the scratching grows louder. Wood splinters at our door. I grab Eli and the dagger, backing toward the rear window. The door bursts open. 2 wolves snarl in the doorway, mangy, desperate. Their eyes gleam yellow in the firelight. Not silver, not like him. I raise the dagger, pushing Eli behind me. "Run," when I say. The wolves advance, hackles raised. I know we won't both escape, but Eli might. "Run!" I scream, lunging with the dagger. A shadow passes our window. Something massive crashes into the first wolf. Black fur, silver eyes, Ronan. His wolf form tears through the rogues with terrifying efficiency. Blood spatters our walls. Eli buries his face against my side. The fight ends quickly. 2 bodies lie broken on our floor. Ronan stands over them, muzzle stained red. His silver eyes turn to us. I grab Eli and bolt through the back door. "Mama!" His voice cracks with fear, the first word he's spoken in years. We race into the forest. Branches whip my face. Eli's hand clutches mine. Behind us, I hear the heavy footfalls of the wolf, of Ronan. "Don't look back," I gasp. But the ground disappears beneath my feet. A ravine opens before us, hidden by darkness. I stumble, Eli's hand slipping from mine. Strong arms catch me, human arms. Ronan pulls us back from the edge, his body warm against the night's chill. Blood stains his shirt, not his own. "I told you to bar your door," he says, voice raw with emotion. I struggle against his grip. "Let go of us." "So you can run to your death?" His eyes flash silver. "Those were scouts. More will come." Eli watches him, silent again but clinging to my side. His small body trembles. "You shifted," I whisper. "You're one of them." Ronan's face hardens. "I am nothing like them." "Then what are you?" The silence stretches between us. Wind whispers through the trees. "I am the Alpha King of the Northern Territories," he says finally. "And you saved my life." The world spins. My knees buckle. The last thing I see is Ronan reaching for me, his eyes full of something worse than fear. Regret. I wake to warmth and the scent of pine. My own bed, my own cabin. For a moment, I believe it was all a nightmare. Then I see him. Ronan sits beside the hearth, stoking dying embers. His profile cuts sharp against the firelight. He's bandaged a wound on my temple, one I don't remember receiving. "You fell," he says, sensing my gaze. "Hit your head when you fainted." I struggle upright. "Where's Eli?" "Asleep, in his room." Ronan turns, his eyes normal now. Human, dark brown instead of silver. "He hasn't left your side until an hour ago." Relief floods through me, then suspicion. "Why are you still here?" "Because the rogues will return." He stands, his height impressive even in our small space. "They know I'm wounded. They know you're alone." "I've been alone for 7 years," I snap. "We've survived. And now you're under my protection." His tone leaves no room for argument. "Whether you want it or not." Anger rises hot in my throat. "You can't decide that." "I already have." He approaches, movements cautious. "Guards patrol your perimeter. They'll remain until the threat passes." I try to stand, but dizziness forces me back down. "You have no right." "I have every right." His voice drops. "You saved the king's life. That creates a debt." The title feels wrong. He doesn't look like royalty. His clothes are simple, functional. His hands bear calluses from work, from fighting. "I don't want your debt," I say. "I want you gone." Something flashes across his face. Hurt, perhaps. It disappears quickly. "The rogues serve Darius Blackclaw," he says. "He seeks to overthrow me. Take my territories." "That's not my problem." "It became your problem when you pulled me from death's door," He crouches beside the bed, eye level now. When Eli touched my fur without fear, the mention of my son stills my arguments. Leave him out of this. I can't. Ronan's expression softens. He's part of why I must protect you. A knock interrupts us. Ronan straightens, tension returning to his shoulders. The door opens to reveal a man dressed in leather armor. His face bears a fresh scratch. "My king," he says urgently. "We found tracks. A large party approaches from the east." Ronan's jaw tightens. "How many?" 15, maybe more. My heart races. Too many to fight. "Prepare the wagon," Ronan orders. "We leave within the hour." The guard nods and disappears. I grab Ronan's arm. "We're not going anywhere with you." His eyes meet mine, now flickering between brown and silver. "They will kill you both to hurt me." "Why would killing us hurt you?" I demand. "We're nothing to you." Ronan hesitates. His gaze drops to where my fingers clutch his sleeve. "You're under my protection," he repeats softly. "Your death would dishonor my crown." But something in his tone suggests more. Something he isn't saying. Eli appears in the doorway, rubbing sleep from his eyes. He sees Ronan and freezes. "Pack your things," I tell him, my decision made. "Only what's important." His eyes question me. "Ask if we're running again." "Just for a while," I promise. "Until it's safe." Ronan watches this exchange, his expression unreadable. When Eli leaves to gather his few treasures, he speaks. "You won't return here." It's not a question, but a statement. My stomach drops. "This is our home. It's not safe." His hand brushes my arm, tentative. "It never was." I pull away. "And your fortress is?" "My fortress is built on stone and guarded by 50 wolves who would die at my command." Pride fills his voice. "Nothing touches what belongs to the king." "We don't belong to you," I say fiercely. His eyes darken. "No, but you will belong with me." The certainty in his words frightens me more than the rogues. We leave as dawn breaks. Our few possessions fit in one trunk. I try not to look back at our cabin, but fail. 7 years of hard-won independence disappears into the mist. The wagon journey takes a full day. Eli sits beside me, watching the changing landscape with wide eyes. He's never seen the world beyond our forest. Ronan rides alongside, constantly scanning the trees. His guards form a perimeter around us. Their presence should comfort me. Instead, I feel trapped. We approach the gates, Ronan announces as evening falls. "Welcome to the Northern Territories." A massive stone fortress rises before us, built into the mountain itself. Torches line its walls. Guards stand at attention as we near. "My home," Ronan says, watching my reaction. I say nothing. This isn't a home. It's a prison. The gates open with a groan. People gather, whispering as we pass. Their eyes fix on me with curiosity, suspicion. "The king returns! Who is she?" "An Omega. You can smell it." "With a child?" Their words follow us across the courtyard. Eli presses against me, overwhelmed by the attention. Ronan dismounts at the main entrance, striding to our wagon. Without asking, he lifts Eli down first, then offers his hand to me. I ignore it, climbing down alone. His mouth tightens. "Mira will show you to your chambers," he says, nodding to a tall woman approaching us. "Rest. We'll talk at dinner." The woman, Mira, eyes me coldly. Her posture speaks of authority, of closeness to the king. "This way," she says curtly. As we follow her inside, I feel Ronan's gaze burning into my back. Feel the weight of my decision pressing down. We've escaped the rogues only to enter the Alpha's den, and I fear we'll never leave. Our chambers are larger than our entire cabin. Stone walls rise to high ceilings, draped with tapestries depicting wolf hunts. A fire burns in a hearth big enough for Eli to stand in. The king honors you, Mira says, voice tight with disapproval. These are royal guest quarters. I touch the silk bed covers, finer than anything I've ever owned. We won't stay long. Mira's laugh lacks humor. Few leave once the king claims them. He hasn't claimed us. The words come too quickly, too defensively. She studies me, head tilted. Yet he brings you inside his walls, gives you his protection. Her nostrils flare slightly. An Omega with another's child. Heat rises to my face. My past isn't your concern. When it affects my king, it becomes my concern. She moves to the door. Dinner is at sundown. Don't make him wait. After she leaves, Eli explores our new prison. His fingers trace carved wolves on the furniture. His eyes grow wide at the bathtub, the books, the toys left thoughtfully on a shelf. This isn't permanent, I tell him. Don't get comfortable. But part of me wonders if we've ever known such comfort, such safety. Guards escort us to dinner. The great hall stretches longer than our forest clearing. Candles illuminate banquet tables, though only one table is set. For 3. Ronan rises when we enter. He's changed from traveling clothes into dark formal wear. A silver crown rests on his head, simple but undeniably royal. You came, he says, relief evident in his tone. We were escorted, I remind him, taking the seat a servant pulls out. Eli climbs into his chair, eyes fixed on Ronan's crown. The king notices, removing it with a small smile. Heavy, he tells Eli, placing it on the table. Would you like to hold it? Eli looks to me for permission. I hesitate, then nod. The crown passes to my son's small hands. He examines it with solemn concentration, tracing the wolf heads worked into the silver. It suits him, Ronan says quietly. I take the crown, returning it to the table. He's not your heir. I didn't say he was. Ronan signals for the first course. Though I have none of my own. The admission surprises me. The Alpha King has no children? Pain flashes across his face. I had a son. Once. The simple statement hangs heavy between us. Before I can respond, servants bring steaming platters of food. We eat in silence. Eli devours everything placed before him, meat and vegetables he's never tasted. Ronan watches him with unexpected tenderness. Tomorrow? Ronan says finally. Elder Corin wishes to meet you. I set down my fork. Why? He's our historian, our healer. Ronan's gaze grows intense. He believes your bloodline may be significant. My bloodline is nothing, I say sharply. My pack rejected me. Perhaps they feared what they didn't understand. He leans forward. Omegas with silver eyes are rare, Lena. I push back from the table. You know nothing about me. I know enough. His voice softens. I know you raise a son alone in the wilderness. I know you saved a wounded wolf without thought for yourself. I know your courage. His words unsettle me. No one has spoken to me with such respect in years. We should rest, I say, standing. Eli is tired. The boy's eyes droop despite his fascination with everything around him. Ronan nods, rising as well. Sleep well, he says. You're safe here. The phrase echoes through my dreams that night. Safe. A concept so foreign it feels dangerous to believe. Days pass into weeks. The fortress becomes less imposing. Eli thrives, exploring the gardens under guard supervision. He draws constantly, wolves, mountains, Ronan. The king finds reasons to see us daily. He brings books for Eli, herbs for my headaches. His visits grow longer, our conversations deeper. I learn about the territories he rules, the peace he's built over 10 years, the rival who seeks to destroy it all. Darius was my friend once, Ronan tells me one evening as we walk the ramparts. Before power poisoned him. What happened? Pain clouds his features. He led a rebellion, attacked during the night. His voice breaks. My mate and son were killed. The admission stops my breath. I'm sorry. 5 years ago. His hands grip the stone wall. I've ruled alone since. Understanding dawns. His solitude. His determination to protect us. Is that why you insist on guarding us? I ask softly. Because you couldn't save them? His eyes meet mine, vulnerable for the first time. I insist on guarding you because the thought of losing you terrifies me. The confession hangs between us, neither of us ready to acknowledge its weight. A horn blasts from the gates, breaking the moment. Guards rush past us. Stay here, Ronan orders, already moving toward the commotion. I ignore him, following at a distance. The courtyard fills with wounded soldiers. Blood stains the cobblestones. Rogues attacked the eastern village, a captain reports. 30, maybe more, led by Darius himself. Fear grips my heart. Eli. I race back to our chambers. Eli sits by the window, drawing peacefully. Relief floods through me. That night, Ronan calls a council meeting. I attend uninvited, slipping into the back of the hall. Darius grows bolder, Mira argues. We should strike first. And leave the fortress vulnerable? An older man counters. Elder Corin, I assume. Ronan paces before them. He wants me to leave these walls, to fight on ground of his choosing. Or he wants what you protect inside them, Corin says, eyes finding me in the shadows. The room falls silent. All heads turn my direction. Ronan's expression hardens. Leave us. The council members file out. Only Corin hesitates, placing a gnarled hand on Ronan's shoulder before departing. You shouldn't be here, Ronan says when we're alone. I deserve to know the danger my son faces. I step forward. Corin thinks Darius is after us. Why? Ronan looks away. Your bloodline, your eyes, the prophecy. What prophecy? That the true Luna, Wolf Queen, would return with silver eyes and unite the divided packs. His voice drops. That she would bear the future of our kind. Cold spreads through my chest. I'm no queen. Yet you carry the blood of the first Luna. He approaches slowly. Your rejection from your pack wasn't random, Lena. They feared your power. I have no power. My voice shakes. I'm just a mother trying to protect her son. You have more power than you know. His hand reaches for mine. Over the territories. Over the rogues. A pause. Over me. Before I can respond, the doors burst open. Guards drag in a bloody messenger. My king, the man gasps. Darius, the north gate, a trap. Explosions rock the fortress. Stone crumbles from the ceiling. Find Eli! I scream, already running toward our chambers. Smoke fills the corridors. Guards battle rogues who've breached the walls. I grab a fallen sword, cutting my way through the chaos. Our chamber door hangs broken. Inside, 2 rogues search the room. No sign of Eli. I attack without thinking. The blade finds one rogue's throat. The other turns, snarling. The boy is gone, he laughs. Taken for Darius. Horror paralyzes me. A howl shakes the walls, rage and pain combined. Ronan. The rogue seizes the opportunity, pinning me against the wall. His claws dig into my throat. The king will watch you die, he growls. Then the child. Black fur flashes across my vision. The rogue's grip vanishes. Ronan's wolf form tears him apart with terrifying efficiency. He shifts back, human and bloody before me. Eli? Taken, I whisper, voice breaking. Darius has him. Something breaks in Ronan's eyes, the same pain I saw when he spoke of his lost family. I will find him, he vows, voice shaking. If I die trying. We will find him, I correct, gripping the sword tighter. He's my son. Ronan studies me, respect replacing anguish. Then we hunt together. We track them through the night. Ronan shifts between forms, following Eli's scent. 20 guards accompany us, the strongest fighters remaining. Dawn breaks as we reach an abandoned village. Smoke rises from a single chimney. There, Ronan whispers. The old meeting hall. I move forward. His hand catches my arm. Together, he reminds me. We advance silently. The door stands ajar, firelight flickering inside. Darius waits, seated on a makeshift throne. Eli stands beside him, unharmed but frightened. A knife rests against my son's throat. The king arrives, Darius announces, with his new pet. Ronan steps forward, eyes silver with rage. Release the boy. In exchange for what? Darius smiles. Your crown? Your territories? His gaze slides to me. Or perhaps your life. Any of them, Ronan says without hesitation. Choose. Surprise crosses Darius's face. You would die for this Omega's whelp? I would die for them both. The simple declaration steals my breath. Eli's eyes find mine, wide with fear but also hope. A noble sentiment. Darius stands. But I want more than your death. I want your humiliation. He pushes Eli forward. Kneel, Alpha King. Kneel before me, and perhaps the boy lives. Ronan's shoulders tense. No alpha kneels to another, especially not a king. Without hesitation, he drops to his knees. Darius laughs. The mighty Ronan Vale on his knees for an Omega whore. I see my chance. While attention fixes on Ronan's submission, I slip into the shadows, circling behind them. You never understood, Ronan says, keeping Darius distracted. Power isn't forcing others to kneel, it's knowing when to kneel yourself. Poetic nonsense from a fallen king. Darius raises his blade. I strike. My sword plunges into his back. He howls, turning to face me. Ronan shifts, wolf form launching at Darius. They crash together, teeth and claws and fury. I grab Eli, pulling him to safety. The battle rages. Alpha against alpha, hatred against love. Blood sprays across the floor. Darius fights with desperate strength, but Ronan's rage proves stronger. With one final lunge, Ronan tears out Darius's throat. Silence falls. The rival's body slumps to the ground. Ronan stands over him, breathing heavily, blood darkening his fur. He turns to us, eyes searching for injuries. Finding none, he approaches slowly, as if afraid we'll run from the violence he just displayed. Instead, Eli steps forward. His small hand reaches out, touching Ronan's muzzle. Safe, he whispers. His second word in 7 years. Ronan shifts back to human form, falling to his knees before my son. Yes, he says, voice breaking. You're safe now. Both of you. Always. His eyes find mine over Eli's shoulder, questioning, hoping. I move to them, dropping to my knees beside Ronan. My hand finds his, bloody but warm. Home, I say. The word feels strange. Right. Take us home. 6 months pass. The fortress becomes ours in small ways. My herbs grow in the garden. Eli's laughter echoes in the halls. Ronan rules with newfound purpose. The territories flourish under peace. The rogues, leaderless, return to their packs. At night, he comes to me, his touch gentle despite his strength, his eyes silver in the darkness. I never thought I'd find love again, he confesses against my skin. Never thought I deserved it. We heal each other, I tell him, day by day. This morning I stand on our balcony. Eli races across the courtyard below, chasing wolf pups born in the spring. His voice rings clear now, freed by safety. Ronan joins me, arms sliding around my waist. His crown sits forgotten on our bedside table. Regrets? He asks, chin resting on my shoulder. I turn in his embrace, finding his eyes, brown in daylight, silver in passion. He bled on my doorstep once, I smile. Now he bleeds only for love.